When I started the Smart Student podcast, I was looking for a way to be able to publish my podcast episodes directly to YouTube as well. And once you know that YouTube is a hub for videos, I needed to convert the audio into video before I could publish them on YouTube. That is when I started looking out for a means to be able to convert audio podcasts into videos. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to convert my audio podcast, that's the Smart Student podcast, some of the episodes to video in order to be able to publish them on YouTube. And this can come in handy for you if you also want to achieve a similar feat by converting your audio podcast into videos or any other audio that you have into video. Then the other use case would be if you want to share your audio or your podcast in particular to social media platforms. You and I know that the majority of the social media platforms do not accept audio only content. So for instance, if you want to share your podcast to Instagram, you will need it to be in a video form. Hence, this will come in handy where you are able to convert the audio into video and share it on any social media platform. If this is what you are looking out for, then keep watching this video because I'm going to show you exactly how to do this in this video. Hi, if this happens to be your first time here, you're welcome. And for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, thank you for your support. And you know that on this channel, we teach a lot of tech things, software related things, and all the secrets that you need to be able to maneuver your way on the internet. That's exactly what you learn from here. If you are yet to subscribe and you are interested in some of these things, then hit the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. In this video, as I've mentioned earlier, we are looking at how to convert your audio podcast into video so that you can share it on either YouTube or other social media platforms. So this is an example where I'm showing you the podcast that I run, the Smart Student Podcast, available on Google Podcast, available on Apple Podcast. So for instance, this particular episode, the episode 8, how to study to become a smart student. So when you play it, you realize that when you go to Google, it is just an audio. That's a Google podcast, it's just an audio there, but I needed to put this same audio on YouTube. Therefore, what I did was, let's go to YouTube and I'll show you. This is the same thing that you see here. So now I have the same audio which is on the podcast in YouTube so that I can have people also watching my podcast. People who don't have access to the various podcast platforms can easily find your podcast on YouTube and watch it. I can equally share this to other social media platforms, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today. So the platform that we are going to use for this is called Vid, Veedi. Okay, vid.io. So vid is veed.io. So go to vid.io, and in this video you are going to learn how to do it for free. So there are various pricing packages. If you are doing a video below 10 minutes, okay, a video maximum 10 minutes, then you'll be able to use a free version. The only limitation about a free version is that it comes with a watermark on your video. So the video that will be created will have a watermark stated vid on it. But if you want to use a paid version, then you can get rid of the watermark. All right, so to upload the file, I can just select my device. Then let's pick one that is under 10 minutes. Episode 1 over here is 5 minutes. Then you have to choose a template you are working with. So for the template, we have the 1:1, we have the 16:9, 9:16. So with the 1:1, that is the square side, and usually that is acceptable on the Instagram feed, Twitter, and other video platforms as well. For YouTube specifically, the most recommended format or template is the 16:9. So if you want to put it on YouTube, then you're going to select the one in the middle. Then if it is for Instagram stories, then you can choose the story, which is a 9:16. So for now, we are going to work with YouTube. So we select that template, and that is exactly what we have here. The first thing we need to do is to replace this image over here. So to be able to replace this image, we just double click it, and it gives us the option to replace the media. So you can go and select whichever media that you use. So for this podcast, I've created this media that I use for it. Therefore, I can click on it to select it. Once I've selected it, I can always increase this size. So there is a bit of editing which is quite easy to do. You should be able to figure out how to do this. I'm just pulling the edges to make sure I cover the whole space with it. All right, then good. But unfortunately, we've covered what was there. So these are the layers that we'll be working with. This is the audio, which is the one at the bottom. Then we realize that the sound wave that we've covered is because our image file is on top of the sound wave. So we can move the sound wave upwards. And now you can see that the sound wave is here. But that is not what I don't want this style. So we can always change the style into what you want. Usually this is what I use, but there are a lot of styles that you can use. So I'll use this and put it somewhere here. Okay. Yes. And let's see, when you start playing the audio, you'll see it moving as waves. Okay, exactly. So this is how it feels like when people are watching it on YouTube. You can add as many of these styles as you want. Okay, so you can use those ones to decorate it. Come to elements. When you come to elements, you can add various things, the shapes, you can add emojis, then progress bars, you can add different sound waves as well. Then we have logos, arrows, all these ones can be added. Okay, then also you can upload other images, other media, if I should put it. So you can upload a video that will be playing at the background. So if you wanted to convert an audio into a video, but you want to use some videos that you already have, let's say you have some b-rolls or you short videos where you were doing other things, you can just upload them and put them in the background so that as the audio plays, then those videos will be playing as well. You can equally download stock videos that do not belong to you. So for instance, if it is a motivational video that you are creating, then you can download some motivational videos and use them as your background so that as the audio plays, then the video will play with it as well. I like the waveform, and that is what I use for the podcast. So you can equally use any of these as you want. The moment you are done with this, you then go ahead to export. Okay, but let me do one more thing. I usually want to write the podcast episode here. So you come to test, then you choose what you want to use. So I prefer to use the headline title. Then what I'll write in there, this is episode 1. So I use uh, 01. Okay, and I can increase the font size here. So let's increase the font size. I can also change the color, prefer the white color. Then now let me move this to the corner here. Exactly what I am looking for. So I'm done with this, and therefore I can go ahead. So there are different elements. You can even draw within it. You can add subtitles such that people can see exactly what you are saying in the audio. They can read it. Those who cannot hear you can read exactly what your subtitle says. But let's stop it here. Then let me export it. So to export, you just click on it. Then if you want to remove the watermark, as I told you, there will be a watermark here, vid, if you are using the free one. But if you want to remove the watermark, then you have to click on this remove, and you make purchase of one of their plans. Then you'll be able to remove it. Otherwise, you have to go ahead and export the video. I advise that you create an account with them so that you have records of all the videos you have created with them on your dashboard. Okay, so the video is being created now, and how long it will take will depends on how fast your internet is. So the faster your internet, the faster you get it done. Okay, so now the video is done, and as I told you about, you would see the v.io over here. and as I did. Now we can go ahead and download the MP4 version or edit the video if we want to, or you can even copy this link and share it, and people can click on the link and watch it directly from here. Once you've downloaded it, you can then share it around anywhere you want, whether on your social media platforms or on YouTube. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and you've learned something new. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because we are going to release more of such videos as frequent as possible. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.